Hey, what is up guys? Welcome back to another video. My name is Kevin and today I wanted to talk about some of the possible catalysts for Tesla in the year 2021. For starters, we had a breaking record of deliveries in the year 2020 at 500,000 vehicles, and this is such a big milestone for Tesla because they've never delivered this amount of vehicles. Now, let's jump straight into the catalyst. So the reason why I think Tesla stock is going to continue to propel even higher and reach higher levels is for a number of reasons, but I'm going to really focus on 4 reasons why I think Tesla will continue to go up in 2021. So to begin with, I want to talk about the new vehicles that are going to be coming out next year. So the first one is going to be the Cybertruck. The Cybertruck is coming out in 2021. There's already over 500,000 pre-orders in, I think, Battery Day. Elon Musk announced that there was 500,000 vehicles already pre-ordered for the Cybertruck. And I think that once those vehicles start to go on the road and once more and more people start to see these vehicles, they're going to be amazed because this vehicle is so different. I've never seen a vehicle like this, and I think that once people start to see these vehicles, they're going to start thinking and asking themselves, like, what vehicle is this? And I think once that happens, that's going to spark even more interest in Tesla. So that's number one. Number two, the semi-truck. I think Walmart already bought a couple of semi-trucks, and I think it just looks super cool too. Every single car that Tesla has made is super unique and super different and cool looking. But I think the Cybertruck and the semi-truck are by far the coolest, and the Roadster. But the semi-truck, I think Walmart has already bought some of these. And I think that once that comes out and more people start to see how different this vehicle looks and how much more, and these truck drivers start to see how much better these trucks are, I think that more and more people are going to start looking more into Tesla. So that's the second one. Then we have the Roadster coming out. I think the Roadster should come out in 2021. And once we see that vehicle on the road, it's game over when you see how fast the acceleration is, how much fun people are having in these vehicles. And I think once we start to see all the videos flood the internet of how fast and how cool and how much fun it is to drive a Tesla and have all these technologies, especially with the new batteries coming out, but I'll talk about that in a little bit. So I think that we have all these things coming out, and then we have the Model S played, and then we also have the refresh of the Model X and S and 3 and Y. So we're refreshing all the cars. We're coming out with four new different vehicles, and I think once we start to see all of these cars on the road, I think more and more people are going to be interested in Tesla, and more people are going to start watching these videos of the Tesla community. And once they see all these videos and start to realize how much better a Tesla can be and how much better it is and how much value you're getting for your money, and once Tesla even brings down the price of their vehicles and their products, or even comes out with the $25,000 vehicle, which I'm not sure will be announced in 2021, I think all of these things, once all of these things happen, I think a lot more people are going to start to really start looking into Tesla and start taking it more serious. I think a lot of people think that a lot of that is already built into the price, but I still think that a lot of people don't know about Tesla. A lot. So that's number one, the new vehicle releases. Catalyst number 2 on my list. The second and the biggest catalyst that's on my mind right now is Giga Berlin, the completion of Giga Berlin, and then the new factory being built in Texas, which I think is going to be fully constructed in 2021. And I think they might even start production in Texas for the Cybertruck this year. And Giga Berlin will be finished. And Giga Berlin has the best manufacturing technology out of all the factories with its giant presses and the new battery cells, 4680, I think they're called, 4680. And they're going to be using the new technology for the vehicle and how they built it. It's going to have the new chassis that was shown on Battery Day, and it's going to have the new battery cells. And this is going to increase the performance of the Teslas drastically. Not only increase the performance of the Teslas, but also decrease the cost of production for Teslas. And so eventually I think this technology is going to make its way to the US. And I think once we get these updates in the upcoming years, Tesla is really going to be big. Like it's going to have a big share of the market, not only because they're able to lower the cost of their vehicles drastically because of these new technologies in manufacturing, but also because the value that these Teslas bring over another car like GM or Ford, where it's like every year they're making a new vehicle, and if you didn't get the newest vehicle, then you basically don't have the features that 2021 version has if you bought a 2020. But with Tesla, because it has over-the-cloud updates, It's literally like an iPhone. You can have the iPhone 8 right now, but I'm pretty sure that my iPhone 8 can probably do mostly everything that your iPhone 12 can do, with the exception of a few features. So I think this is something that has never happened in history before in terms of cars being updated, and with these updates making the car even better and having even more performance. So I think that's the second catalyst, all the factories being built and how much more vehicles we're going to be producing. In 2020, we produced, I think it was 500,000 vehicles. And now in 2021, who knows how much more vehicles we're going to be producing with the new factories and Shanghai ramping up Model Y. And there was a big tweet on Twitter that shows like, there was a big tweet on Twitter that said like that the Tesla website broke because there was 100,000 orders within 10 hours. 100,000 orders within 10 hours. Tesla sold 500,000 vehicles in 2020. Shanghai, China, Tesla Shanghai sold 100,000 orders of the Model Y in 10 hours. Just to put that into perspective, and that was yesterday, I think Saturday or even Friday. And so just imagine what's going to happen to the stock on Friday. I'm really excited. I mean, on Monday, I'm really excited to see what happens. And so we have that catalyst. And what else? So yeah, Shanghai is ramping up Model Y, which Model Y is like the best-selling vehicle in, I think, global. Right now it's the Model 3, but I think in 2021 Model Y will be the best globally sold vehicle in the EV space. I think maybe out of all the vehicles, but I think in the EV. So yeah, so you have Giga Berlin, the factory in Texas, and I'll post up a picture so that you guys can see the scale of these factories. And yeah, so that's the second catalyst that I see for this year. All right, so the third catalyst that I see being huge for Tesla is the full self-driving autonomous level 5. And this is crazy because if they do put out the level 5 full self-driving package, they'll probably increase the price of the full self-driving package, as they already did, from $6,000 to $7,000 to $8,000 to now $10,000. They'll probably raise it up to $12,000. And I think Elon is even thinking about making a monthly subscription for you to try the full self-driving package. But not only will it increase revenue for Tesla, but I think that they'll have a shot at actually creating robotaxi, or making the robotaxi a possibility, a real thing. And according to Kathy Woods from ARK Invest, she said that the valuation of robotaxi itself will add a $2 trillion valuation to Tesla. So I don't think that this is going to happen right away, but I think the announcement of full self-driving level 5 autonomy will really be a catalyst for Tesla's stock price. So the reason why I don't think Tesla will get to robotaxi like this year is because I know I feel like there's going to be a lot of backlash from Uber, Lyft, and other taxi companies. And I just think that there's going to be early adopters, which are like the tech savvy states such as California, Phoenix, Arizona, and even maybe, Texas. I don't know why, but I feel like only a small amount of states are going to take into account this technology and actually allow it. And then I feel like it's going to kind of like roll out throughout the states. But I don't expect it to be something that's overnight. I think it's going to be a couple of years before we actually see robotaxi come into play if Tesla decides to go that route. But that's something that I'm super excited about. I think getting to level 5 full self-driving autonomy is the first step towards that direction. But that's the third catalyst for this year. All right, so the fourth catalyst for this would be the Green Deal by Biden's administration. And this one is not like super big of a catalyst, but I think it might be able to help Tesla a little bit. But the reason why I say this, so the Green Deal is basically Biden is super pro EV vehicles. And in California, I know they're already going to start banning ICE vehicles in 2035, internal combustion engine vehicles. And so that's in California. By 2035, there's not going to be any more ICE vehicles. And then for Massachusetts, I know they're banning ICE vehicles in 2030, or they're banning the sale of ICE vehicles in 2030. So that's 10 years from today. And so I think with Biden's Green Deal of giving incentives to companies to build EVs and creating infrastructure for these EV vehicles, I think that's going to help more. I feel like that's going to help Ford and like these companies who haven't really built too much electric vehicles, like the existing car companies besides Tesla, is going to give them more incentives to build EVs, and I think that's going to help them out overall. But I still think that it'll help Tesla because I feel like that will transition the United States into a green energy and transition the United States into electric vehicles. I think Germany is already banning ICE vehicles. I'm not sure when, but I know a lot of countries are starting to do it. I think China's also banning ICE vehicles sooner than us. But yeah, I think that'll help Tesla, especially with the government supporting electric vehicles and giving incentives to people to buy EVs. So that's 4 catalysts that you have right there, 4 huge events that I'm looking forward to. And you know, there's still a lot of things that Tesla or Elon Musk hasn't announced, new technologies. So who knows what's to come up, but I'm really excited for the integration of the new battery technology, the integration of the new manufacturing processes, level 5 self-driving, and the completion of the new factories in Giga Berlin, in Texas, and the newly announced factory in India. We'll now have factories in 3 continents all over the world, and I think that's really going to increase sales. And I'm really looking forward to seeing the growth of Tesla. I think this is a really good opportunity. I know a lot of people think that 700 is too expensive or too pricey, but honestly, if you just buy it, close your eyes, I think in 1 year, 2 years, you'll already make over 50%, even 100%. I'm not sure what's gonna happen, but I know coming Monday, tomorrow, I'm gonna be buying a bunch of shares, and I'm not really gonna be waiting for a dip. I don't really think there'll be any dips come anytime soon. There's just too much good news behind Tesla, too much hype. And if there is a dip, then I'll just buy more stock. So anyways, I hope you guys found this video helpful, useful. None of this is financial advice, kind of just the things that I'm doing, my own experience. I'm a beginner to investing. I've been investing for 1 year, got in March. And so far I've made over like 60% return on my investment. A lot of it is luck. A lot of it is also doing my own research. And these are just some of the reasons why I think Tesla will continue to go up, and some of the reasons why I will continue to buy Tesla. If you did like the video, hit the like, hit the subscribe, leave some comments down below. What are your thoughts? What do you think is going to happen to Tesla? Are you going to buy some? Do you think it's going to dip? Do you think it's a bubble? What's going on? Let's have a conversation. That was all for me. Peace.